Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I'm Louise from the Dusty Jacket. It's autumn and the leaves are changing, the air is getting crisp, and pumpkin spice is in everything from lattes to lip balm. No! So in the spirit of the season, I'll be giving you 5 books to fall in love with. Let's get started. First up is The Dressmaker by Kate Alcott, which I rated 5 out of 5 stars. This story is about Tess Collins, who dreams of being a seamstress, but instead finds herself spending her days working in a hotel as a servant.
This is so disappointing.
But Tess gets one step closer to her dream when a world-renowned designer gives her a job and takes her on board a huge ship that's just about to set sail for New York.
I'm the king of the world!
Yeah, that ship. I love this book because a lot of people are familiar with Titanic's fate through movies and history books, but few know what happened after. The hearings, testimony, scandals, and anguish endured by the survivors who struggled with feelings of gratitude and guilt.
Is there anyone alive out there?
Alcott masterfully combines actual people and Senate transcripts with fictional characters and dramatic situations to deliver a story both chilling and compelling, and reminds us that it is often the most humble and poor among us that are capable of the most extraordinary acts of heroism and kindness. Number 2 is The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Marianne Schaefer and Annie Barrows, which I rated 5 out of 5 stars. Juliet Ashton no longer wants to be considered a light-hearted journalist and wants to create something meaningful. She has no idea where to find inspiration.
Maybe you inspire me.
Until a letter comes from a Mr. Dawsey Adams of St. Martin's, Guernsey, who found her name and address written on the inside cover of a book. This is a book about people who love books, so it's no wonder why I instantly fell in love with it. It also doesn't hurt that the writing is witty and sharp, the characters charmingly flawed and oh so relatable, and the story has drama, humor, treachery, sadness, suspense, and love. Lots and lots of love. It's a bittersweet story about the residents of Guernsey during the German occupation of the Channel Islands during World War II. Through the stories of the island's residents and a few of the prison camp survivors, we get a glimpse of the toll that the destruction, separation, and isolation had on the human psyche. We are also given stories of bravery, selflessness, and heroism, which illustrate the strength of the human spirit even during the darkest of times. I absolutely adored this book. But potato peel pie?
Ew!
At number 3 is Paris is Always a Good Idea by Nicolas Barrault, which I rated 5 out of 5 stars. Rosalie Laurent is the owner of a postcard shop in Saint-Germain where she sells wishing cards that she creates and paints. She is happy, but many of her own wishes seem to have gone unanswered until a celebrated children's author walks, well, trips really, into her shop and wants her to illustrate a book. Her wishes seem to be coming true, except for the handsome American professor, who enters the scene with accusations of plagiarism. So much for wishes. This story is delightful and charming without being sappy, and the relationship between Rosalie and the author Max shows us that love and compassion can bridge any age gap and provide two souls with the belief that each day is full of promise and possibility.
Come on, let's keep a little optimism.
Fourth is Major Pettigrew's Last Stand by Helen Simonson, which I rated 5 out of 5 stars. Ernest Pettigrew, that's Major Pettigrew to you, is retired and enjoying his tea, books, garden, and a rather predictable life in Edgecombe St. Mary until some rather unexpected, uncomfortable, and uncontrollable things happen and leave this settled and retired gentleman rather unsettled. And that won't do. This book is Simonson's first novel, and she didn't shy away from sensitive and controversial topics. Her story begs the question, is it possible for someone in the minority to be accepted by the majority, fully and unconditionally? And Simonson tackles the subject with honesty and respect, and most importantly, shows us the fallout when the heart overrides the hoard. With a cast of characters ranging from the exasperating to the enchanting, this book is a witty and delightful read that will have you craving a nice cup of tea, a plate of biscuits, and a robust fire in the grate.
Shall I make us all a cup of tea?
Finishing at number 5 is Joy in the Morning by Betty Smith, which I rated 4 out of 5 stars. Set in 1927, this book is about newlyweds Carl Brown and Annie McGarry and explores their first year of marriage. Carl is studying law at the university and holding down several jobs, while Annie is adapting to her new surroundings without the security and familiarity of friends and family. Through lean times and unforeseen events, they must rely on their faith and love to pull them through. Together. What I admire most about Smith is that she gives us strong, witty, and self-assured female characters without diminishing their male counterparts. Despite their differences in education and social standing, Carl and Annie view each other as equals and share mutual respect and passionate devotion for one another. This alone is refreshing to see in a novel. Joy in the Morning is heartwarming without being overly sentimental or trite. It's truly an uplifting book that focuses on the goodness of humanity rather than its faults and follies. Well, that's it. We'll post a link to our Goodreads page in the comments section if you want to see full reviews of any of these books. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and make sure to click on the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and we look forward to bringing back some old titles so that you can make new memories, because any time is a good time to dust off a new favorite. Keep reading!